And now we move to South America, where tensions between Guyana and Venezuela have escalated following a violent attack on Guyanese soldiers. At least 6 troops were reportedly injured when armed men from Venezuela opened fire along the Cuyuni River on Monday. After the incident, Guyanese authorities stated the attackers were suspected Venezuelan gang members. However, it remains unclear whether any of the assailants were injured or killed. The wounded soldiers, however, were swiftly airlifted to Guyana's capital, Georgetown, for urgent medical treatment.
The force remains committed to protecting its borders and will take all necessary measures to address any threats to national security.
Now, in response to Guyana's allegations, Venezuela's foreign minister accused the Guyanese officials of fabricating what he called a false, hostile, and malicious narrative. He further went on to call it a false flag operation and fake news aimed at manipulating public perception and distracting from supposed violations of international law.
This is a false, hostile, and malicious narrative about an alleged attack against Guyanese troops. The information is a false flag operation and fake news designed to manipulate public opinion and divert attention from the violations of international law.
The attack comes amid a long-standing dispute between the two nations over the Essequibo region. Venezuela has claimed ownership of the oil-rich region since the late 19th century. However, Guyana has maintained control over the region since gaining independence from Britain in 1966.
We have a historical reason for this. We have the documents on the dispute over the oil-rich region of Guyana, which Caracas claims as its territory, and these documents were officially sent and delivered today to the International Court of Justice, Monday, April 8, 2024, early in the morning. We are not taking anything away from anyone. We are recovering from a fraud and dispossession, from a dispossession with fraud.
Venezuela's leader, Nicolás Maduro, has repeatedly voiced his intent to annex Essequibo, even hinting at the possibility of using force. His rhetoric has fueled concerns about the potential for an armed confrontation between the two South American neighbors.
And we have proven information that in the territory of Guyana, temporarily administered by Guyana, they have installed secret military bases of the Southern Command, military nuclei of the Southern Command, and nuclei of the CIA. To prepare aggressions against the population of Timorimo, to prepare aggressions against the population of the south and east of Venezuela, and to prepare for an escalation against Venezuela.
And now, with Guyana vowing to defend its borders and Venezuela rejecting responsibility for the latest attack, tensions between the two nations have reached a boiling point. The question now is, what happens next?
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir in we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
We were actually.
What are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion, 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.